sure to pass. Still every night from the top of my street, I can see you closer, I can feel the heat from the roof. With a bottle of wine, we talk all night. I can tell you're feeling alright. I can feel you closer, lying beside me. I can tell where you should be. You used to say that it would never last. The way you felt was sure to pass. Still every night from the top of my street, I can feel you closer, I can feel the heat from the roof. I can feel you closer, I can feel the heat from the roof. I can feel you closer, I can feel the heat.
From Gillette comes a revolutionary form of antiperspirant protection. Gillette Clear Gel Antiperspirant. Because it's a clear, clean, highly effective gel, it goes on smoothly with no white residue to form an invisible barrier of protection. All-day protection against both wetness and odor. Gillette Clear Gel Antiperspirant. One of the advanced deodorants and antiperspirants in the Gillette series.
Today on The Joy of Cooking, how to smoke a puck. Take 12 guys, tops, dress them heavily, put them on ice. Take 1 puck, drop it, add sticks, add skates, mix on high speed. 2 parts drop pass, 3 parts fake shot. Equal parts velocity, speed, and adrenaline. Stuff some pee, ouch. Add 210 pounds of hip check, then top it off with a blistering slapper. Voila, smoked puck. Dig in, NHL 95. EA Sports. It's in the game.
Commissioner Stern, what is your reaction to Bill Murray's press conference?
We have absolutely no idea how that guy got into our building. Our lawyers have told us there is absolutely nothing we can do about it. But let me say this. This is a great game, and no one individual is going to destroy it. So thank you.
So do you think he's making a mockery, Commissioner?
I think before we knew it, we were already out of date. You know, in the 2.5 years that we were going together, we were being superseded by so many other things. And it felt like that to me. And I wanted, that's why I wanted out, because, you know, with the advent of the band and things like that, I saw music taking directions which we couldn't go in as a unit. 70s was so much experimentation with lifestyle and philosophy and the use of drugs and experimentation in music and art. And then the 70s was like a slump, you know. Everyone seemed to be exhausted and was trying, I was trying to back off, and I spent the first part of the 70s actually completely in isolation, you know, and even then I wasn't really sure of what I wanted to do. I was very confused for most of the 70s. I couldn't find in the music world anything to strongly identify with, other than people who were very laid back. I mean, the people that I really identified was like J.J. Cale, and and his kind of music that was very, and reggae, that was very kind of minority. I was very attracted to minority music in the 70s.
I swear it wasn't self-defense. It was I who shot the sheriff, and they say it is a capital offense.
I became more aware of different forms of music where playing wasn't such an imminent part of it, you know, for instance, reggae, you know, and the music of J.J. Cale, the music of Don Williams, where the content of the song, the feel of the music was much more important than the virtuosity of the players.
Clapton has always been more interested in the originals rather than the imitators. and has been careful to acknowledge the sources. Classic bluesmen like the Three Kings, Albert, Freddie, and Beebe, Howlin' Wolf, and Robert Johnson. There's the classic story of Robert Johnson going and arriving at the crossroads and selling his soul and coming back with this amazing, huge talent. And there's all, lots of legend written about it, and it has an element of supernatural. What's your interpretation of that whole story?
I kind of put that to one side for the time being, because there's been a lot of kind of sensationalistic attention drawn to that story over the last few years. And then there was the film itself, Crossroads, which touched on it in a very Hollywood way. But for me, when I first listened to Robert Johnson, I loved the music, and I knew there was something strange behind it all. This was definitely an over-sensitive guy, or an over-talented man. It was like, almost like a Hendrix thing was just too powerful to be able to exist for very long in this world. And so when I started to find out about, the folk tale of him, I realized that it was one of those things that's just been word of mouth, word of mouth, word of mouth. And no one, even though they say they do now have it all documented, will ever know the truth. And I don't like that kind of thing. I must admit, I shy away from it. It's a bit like kind of overblown gossip, isn't it? And it becomes very real, and it becomes very, very picturesque, and it outshines what it's all about, which is the music itself.
What looked like some pretty serious discomfort to somehow illustrate despair.
I wanted to do it in the rain. That song is kind of, when I think about who would sing that song, I picture this guy wandering in from the desert with his tale of woe, or almost a lot of wisdom, world weary, you know. Yeah. And he's singing about, you know, betrayal and loss of love, or just sad things, and it's raining, you know. And then I started thinking about the Kurosawa film, The Seven Samurai, where there's this fantastic pitched battle at the end in the pouring rain, and just everybody is just soaking wet. And I thought, yeah, and it never occurred to me.
Kim Leger, Esquire.
Corey Boissel, Esquire.
Presenting the Esquire watch collection.
Susan Tyler, Esquire.
Edward Zosky, Esquire.
Canada's fastest growing line of Swiss watches with quartz movement, scratch-resistant crystal starting at $69.
Melissa Roy, Esquire.
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 Featuring the new Esquire Freedom with a sculpted link bracelet of solid stainless steel. Esquire watch. It has your name on it.
Steve Podborski, Esquire.
Since the beginning of time, mankind has striven to double and redouble his powers.
A mysterious machine has appeared in homes across America.
All right, baby.
Increase the power of the unit 40 times.
32. X.
Welcome to the next life.
You spill your drink? I don't have a drink. Uh-oh.
This holiday season, you can donate $1 to Kids Help Phone just by purchasing selected titles at HMV. Here's one of them. Music is the speech of angels. Be an angel. Help a kid this Christmas.
To enjoy life in general more, but in those early days, music was and blues itself was the only thing. It meant more to me than life itself. And I would study, and I would be, you know, intensely dogmatic to people that weren't on my wavelength. And for good or bad, that got me down to the business in hand and made me whatever I am today.
Watch yourself. Watch yourself. You don't watch yourself. I got mine on you. Steal my love. Go away. Don't tell me you've seen me another day. You don't watch yourself. You don't watch yourself. They don't
die. Watch yourself. Better watch yourself. You better watch yourself. I got my eyes on you. I give you all my love, everything too. My Cadillac, tell me what you gonna do. Better watch yourself. Better watch yourself. Better watch yourself. I got my eyes. People all talking all over town. Say you don't love me, you're gonna put me down. Better watch yourself. Better watch yourself. Better watch yourself. I got my eye on you. Tell me what's the matter, what you gonna do? Say you're gonna quit me, then you say we're through. Better watch yourself. Better watch yourself. You better watch yourself. I got my eyes on you. You better watch yourself. Better watch yourself. Watch yourself. Better watch yourself. You better watch yourself. I got my eyes on you.
Did you say that you have complete artistic freedom?
Yeah.
You do? Does the idea, are you stimulated by that, or sometimes maybe it makes you nervous?
I'm very stimulated by it, but I mean, at the same, you never get completely. I mean, because if I say to a room full of people, I've got complete artistic freedom, they'll all go, that means that you can do the blues album you've always said you've been doing. So immediately, I create another pressure situation.
Yeah.
You know? So for me to say I've got complete artistic freedom will still allow people. I gotta make you happy, so I give it a car key. She'll help me to bed. And then I'll tell her as I tramp and I say my life, you were wonderful tonight. Oh my darling, you were wonderful.
you perform Layla at the Princess Trust a couple of years ago, and thinking that I knew, you know, the history behind that song, I wondered if you would actually be able to, now so many years later, be able to perform it with the same intensity, and you did.
Because the situation's exactly the same.
Is it?
No, it's not exactly. I mean, that song was written about 3 weeks or maybe a month after I'd lost contact with the woman that I'd madly fallen in love with. That was who was then married to George Harrison. And it was a desperate cry of rejection and love, unrequited. And at the time when you saw me do that, we were back at that situation again. We were in the beginning of a divorce, which has now gone through. But I mean, my feelings for that woman never changed. I mean, they're still as strong as they ever were. And although we see one another a lot as friends, that loss of love is just as strong now as it was then. So to play that song, no problem. To come up with the emotion, no problem.
What about when you think about these cards you've been dealt, in a way, to on one hand be so talented, and on the other hand seeming not to be able to be fulfilled in another area, like forever?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really like to think about it too much. I mean, it's time for me to go and see a shrink, I guess. But, and I don't know, you know, I did actually go into therapy for quite a while, and it came to the surface a lot that I do create my own problems. You know, I definitely set about going after people that are unattainable, or if I do get into a successful relationship with someone, I sabotage it. You know, there's a pattern there, and I don't know if that's because it's the way it's meant to be, and if it's, you know, because I'm an artist and I have to do that to make the art. I don't think that's, that doesn't hold water for me, really. I think that is the end result of a seriously unfortunate psychological disorder that I'm maybe saddled with for the rest of my life.